Welcome back to Jay West TV. Hit that notification bell so you get the next clip. Leave a like, comment, and smash that subscribe button, man. With all this killings going on amongst our people, hopefully it come to an end. We see the brighter days, and we see, the future at hand, But I always like to dig in these old archives from our people. So let's get into, the Muhammad Ali take. Let's go. Boom.
How do blacks and whites get together? Because if they don't get together and live together, we ain't got no world.
Get together how?
Well, how do we live together? How do blacks and whites live together in peace and get together?
Well, number one, the black man wants to become independent, and he's got something of his own, then you can respect one another. You can't respect a man always in your house begging. You feeding him, you clothing him, always around you begging. Don't do nothing for himself. America must help the slave to go for himself. And Elijah Muhammad says the only way we can get together is to let the slave live to himself, govern himself, marry himself, rule himself, build for himself, and educate himself on some land of his own. A total separation of the races is what we believe is the solution to our problem. Black man on his own land, building for himself.
He absolutely right, man. Excuse me for pausing it, but he absolutely right, man. You give a person his own identity, to where they don't have to keep getting these leftovers, man. They build some type of, identity for themselves, man, and self-love and self-caring, and own land, own everything, That's where we start from, separated. That's what Muhammad Ali say, and I feel him on that, man. You must separate, then rebuild. Then we can come back and spin the block on y'all. But right now, separation and building for our own is, the best take for us. And that's how Muhammad Ali felt. Y'all let me know.
Separation of the races is what we believe is the solution to our problem. Black man on his own land, building for self. Everybody has a nation but the Negroes in America. But everybody has a nation. This is a bold statement, but nobody else can say this. Everybody has their own country and land but the Negroes in America. You from England. You don't like it over, you can go back home. There's a Nigerian out there. He don't like it, he can go back home. Oh, there's a Mexican out there. He don't like it, he can go back home. Oh, there's a Puerto Rican out there. He can go back home. Where do we call home? Do you know where my home is? What Chinese are named after China? Cubans are named after Cuba. Pakistan is named after Pakistan. Russians named after Russia. Australians after Australia. Englishmen after England. What country named Negroes? Well, why are we called Negroes?
Well, there's obviously...
So the only way we're going to get together is for us to get a knowledge of ourselves.
Africans, I guess, is the word for Negro, isn't it? And
Africa should be for the Africans. Yeah? What I'm trying to say to you is this. The only way we're going to get together is for us to get a knowledge of ourselves. We don't want to get together with white people. We got to get together first. See, for one to be with one, I got to be one. We are not yet one. You have a leader. Everybody's got, somebody represents England, Ford represents America, Sadat represents Egypt, Hossein represents Jordan, Miss So-and-so represents Israel. Now, who represent us? Black people have a meeting, 64 leaders show up. See, we not one, we too divided. And after we quit cutting each other, pulling each other down, fighting, disrespecting each other, clean up self, respect self, gang wars and all kind of problems, after we unite, then if there's any love left, then we love somebody else. But first, we gotta unite. So ain't no such thing as how do we get together. We gotta get together first. And
Y'all heard Muhammad Ali. Before we start loving other people and other races and other nationalities, and we getting caught up in that trick bag of loving everybody else, we gotta love ourselves and our own people first. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your people and loving your own first. Maybe we could spin the block like I said and Muhammad Ali said, then we could talk. But before we do that, we gotta become one with ourselves first. How can we become one with somebody else when we're not one with ourselves? We're gonna always lose this battle if we continue to go down this same path.
Somebody else. But first, we gotta unite. So ain't no such thing as how do we get together. We gotta get together first, and then you ask me that question.
All right. How long will it take?
We not together.
How long will it take for you all to get together?
As soon as the black people all get behind not only Elijah Muhammad, they'll be together. Only one man getting black people together, and that's Elijah Muhammad, the man that white people and the government don't talk about. They fear him and don't give him no press and don't want nobody to hear him. Because once you hear him, if you black, you're never the same.
But what about other black leaders like Martin Luther King, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, and black leaders around the world as well? Do you respect what they're doing too?
Not what they're doing. Not what they're doing. Jesse Jackson's a crook. He steals everything Elijah Muhammad's got. Everything he do is Elijah Muhammad's program, but with another title on it. See? And Martin Luther King, his goal was to walk down the street one day with a white girl. We don't call that progress. No white woman watching this show or no white man in his or her right mind, white man, want black boys and black girls marrying their white sons and daughters, in return introducing their grandchildren as half brown, kinky-head Negroes. They don't want it. And
why not?
Why not? You know why not. Nobody else, and I'll tell you something else. Why not? For what? Every man likes a son who look like himself. I love my little boy. And my wife, pretty brown girl, look like me. I love my daughters. I don't want no blonde-headed, green-eyed daughters.
No, but sure, everybody wants a child.
Looks like himself.
No, everyone wants a child that looks like...
The world's against it. If God's against it, it ain't because we hate each other. Bluebirds and redbirds are both birds, but they don't get along. Pigeons and eagles don't fly together. The buzzards, everything hangs out with its own. White people, culture's different from black people. Puerto Ricans and Indonesians cannot integrate. Egyptians and Germans cannot integrate.
Y'all hear Muhammad Ali, man. I don't agree with the, following that Islam stuff and religion and all that, but, we do got to love each other and it start with us, man. We can't love nobody else until we start loving ourselves first, man. Govern ourselves first, man. Y'all heard Muhammad Ali. Let me know your take on what he has to say, man. What you agree with, what you don't agree with.
My name is a white people, not Viet Congs or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.